Hey everyone, welcome back to another live trading edition with Aubrey's Got You. So, as you guys can see, when I recorded this, for some reason it did not record the audio, so that's okay. We're just gonna do a quick voiceover. The best part is that I will be able to fast forward through all of the boring stuff and get right to the fun and nitty-gritty important stuff that you guys need to know and learn. So I'm basically just still waking up right now, right here, and just updating you guys on some stuff. See, so look, I even had on microphone, so like I don't know why I didn't do that, but so I always tell you guys I want to show you from my phone. So what I always will do is start from the highest time frame. We're on the 4-hour chart here. You'll be able to see the time frame in the upper left hand corner. Work my way down from the 30-minute, usually to the 15, then the 5, then the 1. And when I mark up on my phone, I will always leave horizontal lines for demand and supply zones, sell and buy areas. So from my previous time of leaving this on GCAD, I have a red resistance line there. Resistance is where I'm looking for some supply zones. I'm looking for price to reject and kind of sell off for a little bit of time. So I will use this on my phone because I've got the parabolic SARs, which are those little black dots underneath and above price. I've got the Bollinger Bands on the phone, and then I've got RSI. To be honest, I don't even remember what I put the settings as. But right here with this arrow, you'll see I'm telling you why the parabolic SAR dots are pretty helpful, because they will kind of just help guide you as far as where price is going to go. So when those dots are underneath all the little candlesticks and price, that the candlesticks are price, is when you're looking for buys. You can see that price is shooting up in that amount of time. So and when same for when the dots are above price, you're looking for it to kind of come down for a certain amount of time. So right now, since we have a resistance line, that horizontal line, we are looking for basically just, this is the easiest strategy that anybody can learn and pick up. So we're looking for dots to start coming on the top. So I will switch between my phone and the computer. Here we're on TradingView. You can see I have 2 other indicators that I look towards, and I also use a fib over here. I use a Bollinger Bands on here too. I don't know why I don't have it. I didn't even realize I didn't have it highlight or like clicked on right now, but on this fib right now, on those red horizontal lines, we are looking at some retracement levels. So what that means is whenever price gets to those areas, it usually does something, react some sort of way, continue or reject. So as you can see now, it's in between those two lines, but I'm looking for it to come up to that next line and then start pulling back the opposite way. So again, I'm not doing anything until I start seeing what I want it to do. Let it confirm what we want it to do. So I'm switching back over on the phone, and now all we're going to be doing is basically waiting for what we want to see, which is those black dots to come on top of price so that we can look for some places to capitalize on. Here I'm telling you and showing you that since we still have the dots underneath, and I usually prefer in like short, quick positions, I want to get in, get the bag and get out. So if you would have did 1 or 2 minutes when price was pulling down and jumped in for a buy, since we're still just waiting to see the dots above on the top, that you could have done that. When you get a little bit, I don't know, more advanced, or if you're an aggressive trader, like you can do that all the time. But for me, because sometimes that can it messes with my emotions. So like I will just wait until I see what I'm looking and want to see. So while I'm waiting, I usually just kind of switch back in between all the time frames just to keep my eye on things, and just to be able to like know when it's time, and to make sure that my bias is still. So like see here, we start to get a sell candle, a red candle that's starting to go down. And we even have a candlestick pattern, which is the evening star or morning star, whichever the one is the one that says to sell down. But I'm gonna tell you why you don't do that, because I used to do that, and like we're on the 1 minute time frame. So everything can switch at the heart, like like so quick. So if you would have just jumped in right there, like just watch in like 2 seconds, like you would have saw that you would have lost. And so like that's why you don't want to do that. You want to wait until the dots guide you and tell you when to go. That way we take the guessing out of it, you know? So if you would have been trying to be a psychic and, you know, play the guessing game, you could have, you know, who knows, you would have jumped in at that little cell and probably got a minute off of that. But most of us who are not psychics will just sit and wait until we see what we want to see. So see, we're still pushing up. But I don't want to take any buys because I have that horizontal line there. So again, I'm just waiting for my sells. So I am checking my RSI at the very bottom, that bottom indicator of my screen. And it is like dangling around in that cell zone and area, but you want to wait until you kind of see it start already curving down. That's when it'll tell you like, okay, it's time. But right here, this is starting to look beautiful. We've got an engulfing seller candle, and it is actually making its way to those moving averages. And now we're on the 15-minute. We've got wicking, which is beautiful. That's exactly what we want to see. 5-minute, we're not exactly at the top of the Bollinger Band, but on the 1-minute we are. So as soon as we see a dot, we're good to go. Sell it, sell it, sell it. Sell it, sell it, sell it. Definitely could have got in for a buy right there. Like, look at that demand action just shooting up like that. It's beautiful, but we're not getting faked out because we're right at the top of the top band. That's not the best place to buy. You want to buy low and you want to sell high. We still got some engulfing bullish candles. But this, look at that. Gorgeous, beautiful. But see how quickly it'll just go right back the other way? So that's why you want to wait. Got another engulfing seller candle. It's looking good. There we go. Look at that. We've got a dot right there on the top, and price is like now working its way in there. So right now, anywhere on the on your binary scent, you would have looked for pullback so that you can get in there. So I've got one position going right now, and you can see like price is just dropping. And I think I might have did a 1-minute position right here, because that looks like a short amount of time. That looks like a 1-minute position. Beautiful. So any of that pullback right there, sell it, sell it, sell it. And so remember when we were waiting for it to get to that top line, the second red line, And it did. It wicked up there and now it rejected. So on those indicators below, they're starting to curve down. It's exactly what we want to see. Beautiful. So I'm looking for it to any pullbacks up. And so then I'll switch once we get one dot on the 1 minute chart. If you get one of those dots on the 5 minute chart, oh, you're good. Like you can sell it off for a good little minute, at least quick position. So bomb, look at that. Now we've got another dot on the 5 minute chart. Like it's go time, baby. Like it is go time. It's time to get paid. Let's go. So remember that area where I was saying you could have sold it? Same thing. So right now we're bouncing off the 5 minute moving average. So on the 1 minute time frame, it's probably at the lower Bollinger Band right now. So it is going to be pulling back. Yep. So any of that action where it comes and pulls back, sell it. Sell it, sell it, sell it. If I'm not mistaken, I think I'm looking for a couple more entries. I'm looking to see how much it's going to pull back since we are at the bottom Bollinger Band. And that's usually when, as you can see in the past, when it gets to the top, you're looking for it to come down. When it gets to the bottom, you're looking for it to come up. However much, we may not know. There we go. I think this is one of the last positions for the day. This one was close because it is at the lower Bollinger Band on the 1 minute. And I have a 2 minute position time frame in this one, if I'm not mistaken. So look, it went out of profit and then bomb. The last second came right back in. Whoo, those are those close ones. They used to get me so nervous, but now it's just like, okay, when you've been doing it for a while and you just trust and have faith in your strategy, you'll get it. So here I'm showing I took 4 trades for the day. The first 2 were $7.40 each, and the second 2 were 15 something each. So what's that? Just under $50 in less than an hour. So may not seem like a lot for some people, but I know if I was missing $50 from one of my checks when I was working a job, I would have said something because it'd have been a lot then. But so basically I think I remember I was talking about the compounding effect right here, is that sometimes Forex, like you get caught up in it, it may feel like a game, but like you got to know that eventually, like, you keep it up and you keep going and you're consistent, like it does turn into like real things, like real money. It can supplement your whole entire income. There's a saying I had learned, and it is 5% a day will keep a 9 to 5 away. So if you focus on just making 5% a day on whatever account size you start with, like just do it yourself. Like in 30 days, the compounding effect on a penny, like, will be, what is it, over 6 figures or $1 million or something. And when I first heard that, I thought it was crazy, but go ahead, do the math yourself. Double a penny for a day, for like every day, and see what it turns out to. So thanks again for watching. I love you guys. See you on the next one.